is going on, Nightmares? Chris the Nightmare here. So, I last night went to go see the movie The Black Phone. Now, Brandon from over at I Like Scary messaged me as soon as he got out of the movie yesterday, and he was totally excited. He was flipping out. He was so shocked by this movie, and he told me that I had to go see it. Not only because it was a good movie, but because now that we got the house announcement for Halloween Horror Nights that The Black Phone and Freaky are coming as a maze, I have to check out this movie. And I do, because I don't want to go into that maze this year and be like, what the heck is going on? So I told Brandon, I trusted him, I'm like, I'm going to go see this movie. So I went to go see it last night. And I will say, that is probably, I wouldn't even say probably, that will be the best movie that we get this year. Okay? One, it's coming from Joe Hill, who wrote The Black Phone. And those of you who know Joe Hill, he is the son of Stephen King. So to come from the Stephen King family was awesome. That movie was terrific. And this is a spoiler-free review, because we're going to talk about it on The Clash once everybody's had time to see it and things like that. But I wanted to give my review on this movie spoiler-free, which is going to be kind of hard because there's so much to talk about. But I will say I recommend the movie. I give it a 10 out of 10. Ethan Hawke was phenomenal. He was really good at what he was doing. I really hope that he takes this role and he runs with future roles in being a villain, or, you know, a serial killer, just a dark side, you know, of playing characters. You know, he did really good as the Grabber. And for me personally, and this is not to say that the movie was bad or anything like that, it takes a lot to scare me. It takes a lot to, you know, freak me out or creep me out and things like that. So a lot of times when I watch movies, they could be really good, but it just doesn't affect me like how most people will be scared or creeped out, right? And I think that's just because I'm desensitized. I watch a lot of horror movies. I love it. I'm always the type of guy that roots for the villain or the killer or the monster in the movies. That's just me. I've always like rooted for the villains. And I think because of that is why I wasn't scared of this movie. It was really good. Don't get me wrong. The way it was written, the way it was filmed, you know, the actors were really good. I mean, it was a really good movie. But for me personally, it just wasn't scary. But because the Grabber, he is freaky. He's creepy. He's got like this whole different vibe. It's new, it's fresh. He's definitely going to be in one of the categories of my horror list. Definitely one of the top 10 in one of my categories. And you know, I love the fact, because I see why he's creepy. I see why he's scary and things like that. And I love the fact that people are scared of him and they're creeped out by him, right? And he's just, it's a whole nother level with this movie. And the one thing is that, you know, it's a horror, it's thriller, it's suspense. The tension in this movie is so great. It's unbelievable. And you know, without going into spoilers, I love how they laid out this film, because it's not like they just, you know, oh, this is the monster, boom, run with it, go, and you know, you're going for the ride. No, it was a nice build-up. It was nice tension throughout the movie. You fall in love with you know, with the victims and the characters. I mean, you gotta admit, when you watch this, and when you guys do watch this, you even like the Grabber in his own way, or in your own way, you know. And I just thought it was phenomenal. Ethan Hawke was just amazing. I mean, he's a good actor all around, but his portrayal of the Grabber was just awesome, especially when you're wearing a mask and you have to act with your body and things like that. He did it amazing. And it was so crazy, because as I was watching this movie, when I'm watching Ethan Hawke do his thing, even though he has a mask on, I can see his facial expressions, if that makes sense. Like, he had a mask on, but I can still tell, like, maybe the faces he was making, or, you know, just by his voice, when his voice would change and things like that. Just like all the emotions that you would see on the face, you can still see, even though he's wearing a mask. At least me personally, I could. And the fact that you have a mask that you're wearing the whole time, because you don't see Ethan Hawke at all. It's just a mask. And just the way he could bring that character to life using his body language and just voice was just awesome. And I love the fact that people are scared of this guy, of the grabber, and you fall in love with with the hero or the victim, and you even fall in love with the grabber. And it was so, like I said, this is hard to do a spoiler-free review because I don't want to give nothing away until everybody's seen it. But I highly recommend this movie. It was really good from start to finish. The ending was amazing. We had people that were like clapping at the end. I even heard from some YouTubers that I'm friends with and that we do the Clash with, that people were crying because they were so scared. They were creeped out. I mean, men that watched this movie were creeped out. And like I said, each person's different on how you react to things like this with real world true crime movies and stuff like that. But oh my God, it was awesome. You guys have to see it. I highly recommend it. I'm so excited to actually walk through this house during HHN and Halloween Horror Nights. I'm curious as to what they're gonna do and how they're gonna make it into a house. But I mean, the Grabber's easily gonna be one of my favorite like horror movie icons. That's new. I mean, it's new, it's fresh. It pushes the boundaries with kids, right? Getting kidnapped and murdered and things like that. It was just overall a very good movie. And even though I'm not personally afraid of the movie or got scared or creeped out or anything like that, I love the fact that people are afraid and were scared of this movie, because it was, I love that, if that makes sense. Like, I love seeing people get scared of characters and movies that I really enjoy, and to see that fear from people and the thought in your mind saying that this could happen, and this does happen to people, is a scary thing. And you see what this character goes through being kidnapped. You see the grabber and what he does and things like that. It was a mixture of everything. It was absolutely awesome. And like I said, I highly recommend that you guys see this film. It was crazy, and it definitely is going to be the top movie this year. I mean, it was really good. I don't know, without kind of repeating myself, what to talk about anymore, because I have to kind of talk about it, about the things that I saw and things that I liked, to get more in depth and to show you guys what I mean. But I highly recommend this movie. You need to see it. It is creepy. Ethan Hawke is creepy and scary, and is just all into one character in one movie. And like I said, it's tenseful. And even though I root for the killer and I root for the villains and stuff like that, watching this movie, I was also rooting for the hero or the victim, whatever you want to call him, because you see what he's going through, you see what he's doing to survive and things like that. And it was cool. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like I said, I kind of felt like Jigsaw and Saw, right? You got the situation that's going on, and you're just watching and seeing how somebody can overcome things like this and what they're doing to survive and stuff like that. Even with like the other kids, like if you guys saw in the trailer where they were calling on the phone and telling them, hints and clues, that was awesome all in itself too. That was really, well done and put together. But yeah, Joe Hill did a really good job writing this story. I kind of want to find the book that he wrote and read it. Because the books are always better than the movies, and I'm just curious as to what extra is in there. Because me, at the end of the day, after I watch this, I want more of the grabber. I want to know more. Now, a lot of times you don't ever want to explain the monster, but since this is more of a real life, like, killer or kidnapper, you kind of want to know enough. Not everything, but you want to know enough, right? And I just want to know enough as to why is he doing this? Why is he picking these kids? Why is he choosing these kids? Things like that. That's what I want to know. At least get a taste or a little tiny look inside the killer, because you don't ever want to explain the monster, right? You lose the mystery and things like that, and I don't want to lose the mystery with the grabber, but I want to know more information about him. I want to dig in deep. Now, who knows? Maybe a prequel or a sequel or anything like that. We'll get that. I'm hoping they come out with more, because I would love to see Ethan Hawke do more of the grabber and things like that. And it's just, I want more of the grabber. I want to see more of the grabber. I want to see all just different aspects that you didn't see in this movie. I want to see more. Like, this movie leaves you wanting more, and you want to see it. It was it was just amazing, guys. So I think I rambled on long enough because I don't want to keep talking and then accidentally slip something or anything like that. But highly recommend this movie. Go see it. It's an easy 10 out of 10 for me. It was shot beautifully. The time period that it was filmed, it just worked. It was awesome. And it's definitely different than what we're used to seeing, and it just worked out beautifully. So Blumhouse did, I would even say they did, because they're just a production company, but the director, they all did good. And I think Blumhouse is very lucky that they decided to produce this film, because it's a very good film. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm anxious for these masks to come out. I'm hoping Trick or Treat Studios, which I'm sure they will come out with like the grabber masks and things like that. I'm anxious to see this at Halloween Horror Nights, to actually be in there, because I love the feel and the ambience of this film. So to see that in a Halloween Horror Nights maze is going to be really awesome. Not too sure about Freaky, so I'm hoping they kind of change it, because HHN has the habit of changing things last minute when things don't work. I don't think the Freaky part of the house is going to work, so I'm hoping they just put more of the Black Phone in there. But yeah, the Black Phone was a really good movie. I'm anxious to actually be put into that movie at HHN, and I want that mask. Those masks are awesome. So yeah, that's it. That's my review. I recommend to go see it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. If you saw it, let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it. If you haven't seen it, let me know when you're gonna go see it, and then come back to the video. Let me know what you guys think, and then probably in a week after we do the Clash and talk about it, maybe I'll do another video and we'll kind of dig deeper into the Black Phone and what I thought and what I liked about it and what I didn't like and things like that. So yeah, go see the Black Phone. It's a really good movie. I am currently waiting at work. I don't start till 9, so I'm coming to you live from the parking lot of my job. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. There's also a link down in the description below for a link to my channel. Or not to my channel, to my store. Definitely check it out. Grab you some Nightmare Corner merch and all that good stuff. And yeah, hope you liked the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Be safe out there. Don't be a monster. And I will see you guys, as always, in the next video. Take it easy.